Welcome back to WION World is One. You're watching Speed News with me, Vidur Kathuria. Let's get started. President Donald Trump has said that the United States has launched what he called powerful and deadly strikes against Islamic State in northwestern Nigeria. In a post on Truth Social, the US president described the Islamic State as terrorist scum, accusing them of targeting and viciously killing primarily innocent Christians. Today's attacks marks the first by US forces in Nigeria under Trump and come after the US president warned the West African nation in October and November, saying Christians there faced an existential threat that amounted to genocide and Nigeria's myriad armed conflicts. Reuters reported on Monday that the US had been conducting intelligence gathering flights over large parts of Nigeria since late November. Bangladesh's deposed Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina lashed out at the interim government led by Mohammad Yunus, accusing it of perpetrating unspeakable atrocities against non-Muslims. In her message on the occasion of Christmas, Hasina accused the Yunus government of interfering with the freedom of people of all religions and communities to practice their own faiths. Former Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak, already languishing in jail for his role in the 1MDB scandal, is set for his biggest court verdict yet over the failed fund. Najib, 72, faces a High Court decision over 25 corruption and money laundering charges worth roughly $540 million, days after losing a bid to serve his current sentence at home. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that he held very good talks with US envoys aimed at advancing efforts to end the war with Russia. Zelensky spoke with Special Envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner in a discussion he described as constructive and focused on substantive details of ongoing work towards peace. The talks form part of broader US-led diplomatic efforts, including a revised peace plan. On the battlefront, Russian forces carried out deadly attacks on civilian areas in 2 Ukrainian cities on Christmas, killing at least 2 people and wounding several others in the northern city of Chernihiv. A Russian drone struck a 5-story residential building, killing a woman and injuring 8 other people. A 20-year-old Indian student was shot dead near the University of Toronto's Scarborough campus, with the police seeking the public's help to arrest the accused. Shivank Avasthi, a doctoral student, was found with a gunshot wound on Tuesday in what the police said was Toronto's 41st homicide case this year. Expressing anguish over the death of Shivank Avasthi, the Consulate General of India in Toronto said it was providing necessary assistance to his family. Guinea opposition leader Abdoulaye Yero Balde wraps up his presidential campaign in Conakry's Matoto district. Presidential elections are slated in Guinea on December 28th. The Israeli military said on Thursday that its forces killed a member of Iran's Quds Force in Lebanon who had been involved in planning attacks from Syria and Lebanon. The military identified the man as Hussein Mahmoud Marshad al-Jawhari, calling him a key operative in the force's Unit 840. The Israeli military shared footage of the strike that killed him. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un ordered the expansion and modernization of the country's missile production next year and the construction of more factories to meet growing demand. In a visit to munitions factories, accompanied by top officials, the state-run Korean Central News Agency said Kim had ordered the factories to meet prospective requirements in the operation of the state missile and artillery forces. Eight members have been removed from China's top political advisory body, Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference or the CPPCC, under a decision taken by the body's National Committee in Beijing. This comes amid President Xi Jinping's ongoing anti-corruption crackdown targeting the military and related sectors. According to state news agency, 4 of those sacked are former senior executives from military-related state-owned enterprises. So far, there has been no official statement confirming corruption investigations into these individuals. However, state media reported that some of those removed have not been seen in public for months. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's family has urged President Draupadi Murmu to take additional steps to honor his legacy and role in India's independence. The December 24 letter requests President Murmu's support to repatriate Netaji's remains to India, a long-standing demand of INA veterans and his family. Netaji's daughter, Professor Anita Bose, and other family members have repeatedly urged the Indian government to bring his remains back from Tokyo's Renkoji temple. One person was killed and 5 others were injured when a helium gas cylinder used to fill balloons exploded in Karnataka's Mysuru on Thursday. The incident occurred at around 8:30 p.m. local time near the Mysore Palace in the city. Balloon seller, identified as Salim, hailed from Kannauj district in Uttar Pradesh. California was hit with another powerful storm on Christmas Day that led to evacuation warnings and high surf advisories. An evacuation warning for Wrightwood, a mountain town about 130 kilometers northeast of Los Angeles, the day after rescuing people trapped in cars during a mudslide. The National Weather Service said waves near the San Francisco Bay Area could reach up to 7.6 meters. Statewide, more than 70,000 people were without power on Thursday, according to poweroutage.us. Around 1,000 Ukrainians in traditional costumes marched through central Kyiv carrying brightly decorated Christmas stars and singing carols to mark the holiday. Participants said they wanted to revive traditions that had been forgotten for decades. In Ohio, an older couple dressed as Saint Nick and Mrs. Claus were pulled over for speeding while traveling to visit their daughter. A sheriff in Ohio had to stop him on Saturday for flying a little too fast with Mrs. Claus through Fulton County. The encounter was filmed by a police body cam. Microsoft has clarified that it is not rewriting Windows in the Rust programming language. The clarification comes after a LinkedIn post by Microsoft distinguished engineer Galen Hunt went viral and triggered widespread speculation. The post, which was a job listing, was misinterpreted as a plan to eliminate all C and C++ code across Microsoft by 2030. In the post, Hunt said his long-term goal was to remove C and C++ from Microsoft's code bases using AI and algorithmic tools to rewrite large amounts of code. Following the backlash, Microsoft clarified that Windows is not being rewritten in Rust and that C and C++ and Rust will continue to coexist across its products based on use case and performance needs. Elderly residents in retirement communities across the US and Canada are using virtual reality headsets to experience travel and adventure without leaving their homes. In Los Gatos, California, seniors at the Terraces retirement community regularly take part in VR sessions that simulate experiences such as swimming with dolphins, hot air balloon rides, and visits to Europe. The programs are provided by Rendezvous, a company that uses virtual reality to improve cognition and social connections in more than 800 retirement communities in the US and Canada. Rendezvous also enables residents to virtually visit places from their past, including childhood neighborhoods they have not seen in decades. WhatsApp is reportedly rolling out a feature that lets users see connected peripherals directly within the app settings. According to a report by Webatinfo, the feature provides users with an easier way to monitor devices linked to their account. The feature shows peripherals that connect automatically without requiring a QR code or a 6-digit verification code. The feature is currently accessible to some iOS beta users, with signs that it is also appearing for users on the stable app version. Asia-Pacific markets opened mostly higher in light holiday trading, with several regional exchanges closed for Boxing Day. Japan's Nikkei 225 rose about 0.5%, led by gains in real estate and technology stocks. Data showed Tokyo's core inflation eased to 2.3% in December, still above the Bank of Japan's target, keeping expectations alive for further rate hikes. In South Korea, both the Kospi and Kosdaq posted modest gains, while China's CSI 300 edged lower at the open. Australia and Hong Kong markets remained closed. Meanwhile, US stock futures ticked higher in Asia after Wall Street logged fresh record highs overnight. Oil prices moved higher as markets reacted to rising supply risks. The US stepped up economic pressure on Venezuelan oil exports, while airstrikes in Nigeria added to geopolitical concerns. Crude climbed to around $62 a barrel. Despite the uptick, oil is still heading for its steepest yearly drop since 2020, as investors weigh weaker demand against global supply disruptions. Gold prices jumped to a new all-time high in early Asian trade. Safe haven buying increased as investors bet on further US Federal Reserve interest rate cuts. Spot gold climbed above $4,500 an ounce, briefly touching a record peak before easing slightly, reflecting strong demand with global economic uncertainty. Spot silver surged to a record on Friday, briefly topping $75 an ounce for the first time. Prices were last up around 3.5%, near $74.5 in early Asian trading. The rally is being driven by strong industrial demand, renewed investor buying, and tightening global inventories. Geopolitical tensions are also lifting safe haven demand, while expectations of further US interest rate cuts continue to support non-yielding metals. Analysts say momentum remains strong with volatility elevated. Mali head coach Tom Saintfiet has criticized the decision to stage the Africa Cup of Nations every 4 years from 2028 instead of the traditional 2-year cycle. He believes the move was forced upon African football by FIFA and European clubs, whom he says are primarily motivated by financial interests. The Cup of Nations has almost always been held at 2-year intervals since its first edition in 1957. The Confederation of African Football chief Patrice Motsepe announced last weekend that the tournament will move to a 4-year cycle after a planned 2028 edition. Women's ODI World Champions India will aim to seal the T20I series against Sri Lanka when the two sides meet in Thiruvananthapuram for the third match. The women in blue lead the 5-match series 2-0 after 7 and 8-wicket victories in the first 2 games. Sri Lanka have struggled in every department so far in the series. Despite promising starts, their batters have failed to build big innings, and with the ball they have found little assistance from the surface, with the dew only compounding their problems. 8-time winners Egypt will look to make it 2 wins on the bounce when they face South Africa in their second group stage match at AFCON. The Pharaohs needed a 91st minute winner from captain Mohamed Salah to see off Zimbabwe, with Omar Marmoush scoring the other goal. A victory for Egypt will secure them a place in the next round ahead of their final group stage match against Angola